When Peter was 6, he broke his leg, and we had an outdoor toilet, and it was 5 steps down out to the backyard and then down a path, so that was a bit impossible with a full leg in plaster. So Pete had to sit on the pot, didn't he? And that didn't work too well, so finally he talked us into letting him go down the steps to the toilet. He went down very slowly, 1 step at a time, and he got to the bottom and he turned around and he looked up and he said, "And life is just a bowl of cherries."
Was away on a camp where Pete and I held the pool table all night and managed to not pay for a drink or a game all evening.
Pete was our Troy and I's MC at our wedding. During that day, it rained on him. He got his suit wet. He had to go change halfway through the day before the reception, and came back with tracky dacks and a flannelette shirt. So that was a classy job there.
Well, I must agree with Les. Pete's always been wonderful to go and buy stuff off of. So I guess my memory of Pete is he always costs me money. But it's always been good stuff, so I can't complain.
When we were really small, the demo we did back at the shopping centre, I just remember the bit where me and my brother were down, crouched down, or half standing up, and Peter flew over us with the flying sidekick. Oh, that was so cool. I just wanted to do that one day. He just makes everything fun. Doesn't matter what we're doing at Taekwondo, outside Taekwondo at parties, just so easy going, fun to get along with. Just makes everything a laugh, and it's really good. Makes training really easy.
Starting at such a late age of 35, I think when I first started, I thought I was a bit too old for the sport, but with his encouragement, I kept at it.
He's just such a genuine guy. He's so nice and caring, and he's so committed to his training and puts all of his effort into his students, into making them better students. He's just so fun all the time.
I've noticed Pete is very softly spoken, patient, has a lot of time for everyone, regardless of who they are, whether they're juniors, seniors or anyone. So I think that's a great quality to have.
Well, it does mean a lot to me, to know that the whole Taekwondo club itself is such a great family atmosphere that the boys can also be involved in. And it's more always with the boys, and how you have been an excellent mentor to them to help them become, I guess, the young men that they are today.
And you taught me basically everything I know, and I just like to say thank you for that. It's helped me majorly in life.
He's an amazing teacher. He actually puts you at ease. You can be as stressed and as nervous, and just a few words from Peter, it just brings you back down to earth.
I would say my favourite memory of Peter would have to be when he told me how much he loves Maltesers, and that he gets Maltesers every time he goes on camp, and the one time that I forgot, he thought I was angry with him. Pete's just a nice guy. He's an all-round nice guy, lovely person, just someone I have a lot of respect for.
Keep it down. We're filming. He was showing me how to break a board with a turning kick, and he's lining it up, not actually trying, and he snaps it completely without even trying, just bang. How did you even do that? He just has a way of explaining something to you that you just get.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Oh, boys, you got to go harder than that. Come on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I can remember when I first met you, Pete, when I was first introduced to you by Troy. Kathy and I were looking to buy some gear, and at that stage you were still working in Aspley, and our first memories were that you were a fairly honourable type of a person with your approach to how you looked after us, and we've always found you to be the same from that time onwards.
He's an amazing dude, one of the funnest people to spar at Taekwondo because of his amazing attitude with it, even though he'll always beat down on you without even trying because his timing's so good. He's still one of the funnest people to spar.
It would be the first training camp I ever attended with Pete, and some of the behaviour we got up to, driving down, me in my little Pulsar and him in his Commodore. Suffice to say, these days we'd be arrested and shot in the back of the head for what we did. Pete's always had a way of involving everyone, making sure that everyone wants to be part of it.
When I was 6, when I first began training, I was entered into a tournament that IMT had, and I came second in my Pee-wee sparring division. and my dad, with his sparring, came third. He's made me, my class, feel so welcomed and like we've joined this huge family.
I looked out the bedroom window one day. I think the boys were about 8 or 9, and they had the bantam rooster, and they were sort of helping him onto the hen.
Because he had a gammy wing.
He had a gammy wing. Anyway, the rooster died a couple of days later, and Michael was crying. He lost his bantam, and Peter said, "Don't worry, he died happy." He's our little baby.
Still a baby.
And we've always been proud of you, and we love you. And if
for
I say any more, I'll cry.
Him and I are travelling down to, I can't remember what it was. It was somewhere in New South Wales. It was for one of the camps down in New South Wales. Yeah, we travelled down there in his car. The camp itself was great. You know, just the trip and I suppose the connection and things like that we had on the way down and all that kind of thing was just, yeah, really good, really special.
Yeah, can I do my hair first? Or?
Hang on. That's it.
My first significant memory of Peter is probably the first time I sparred him as a young black belt. I was about 13, so I was very keen to impress. Somehow during the spar I managed to knock his glasses off. Of course, at which point his face started to build up red and went redder than a tomato, and at this point I think my whole life started to flash before my eyes. But he stopped and calmed down, picked his glasses up slowly, and slowly the red left his face, at which point I started to breathe again. But it just showed the level of control that he has, and since then he's always been an inspiration to me for always staying calm, and he's been a great friend to my mum over the years, and he's been a great support and role model to me over the years as well.
The World Cup of Martial Arts that we went to, and you'd remember this one as well because you got disqualified for kicking that guy, and you were really, really pissed off about it. But my memory of that one was I was doing a fight, I think it was for first place, and it's one of those things, for some reason, it just clearly stands out in my head. It was a great day by everyone. I mean, Daniel was there and all that kind of stuff as well, and he had a really great fight, and he was doing jump back kicks, and we were really showing off and all that kind of stuff. But I remember it was in the final, and I had a couple more points to get to win, and I pulled off a sweet fake front kick, turn kick, and I got the guy clean right through his guard, clean 2 points to the head. And I just remember after that looking straight over to you and saw you just, watching the fight and just jump up and down and putting your hands in the air. And I felt really good at that moment because it was like you were so invested in that fight and you were so invested in it with me. You just want to, you see people who you respect and you strive to be like them, or at least be influenced by them so you can become a better person and all that kind of stuff. And Peter's one of those people, whether it be inside or outside of martial arts. He's just, inspirational person to be around.
Basically watching his face when Brett and Jason got their 4th Dan, he was like a big proud dad, and it was pretty cool. It's taken me years to appreciate the size of it all, is that how many people respect him. It's all these people, and not just the students, but their parents and then their families and their families, extended family. Everyone thinks, he's an amazing guy, which he is. A cool recent thing is that his recent love for the photo bomb.
And after meeting Pete and being brought into the fold that is IMT, it's just been a huge impact on our lives, especially at this time where we've been going through the toughest times in our lives. But I think our training and having such a close group of people supporting us has helped us through this. So thank you to Pete, and thank you to all of you who are part of IMT. As I said, there's lots of funny memories. I think one was in a Curramundi camp many years ago. It was a Mother's Day weekend. We found flowers and chocolates at the end of our beds, which was lovely. But in the middle of the night, whilst he and some of the other instructors were across the road having a few drinks, we snuck into his room and decided to put, I think, sugar in their sleeping bags. and set the timer, set the alarm for about 2 a.m. in the morning. Whilst all the other girls, all my accomplices were asleep, I laid there all night worrying, shit, I'm going to get the ass kicked out of me because Pete will know it's me. But I think he knew who it was and I escaped. I'm still waiting for the retribution.
So another memory I just had of Peter, just to show how cheeky he was at camp sometimes, was when we were down at his favourite campsite down at Curramundi in northern New South Wales. And on the Sunday morning he used to take us for these beautiful stretch sessions down by the lake, really long yoga sessions that would make us all feel all good after a hard Saturday's training. And this one time he went right into the relaxation and everyone had basically drifted off. And it went quiet, and we must have lay there for about half an hour before someone woke up or opened their eyes and looked around and realised that Peter and all the other instructors had buggered off back to the camp to use up all the hot water.
At those camps, there's business time and there's fun time, but the lines between the two are always blurred, and that's what makes it such a memorable experience. So anything to do with training camp, anything to do with training, anything to do with Peter is 100% awesome as far as I care. So I think one of the most amazing things about Peter is the fact that despite his success in his life through work and particularly through martial arts, he's remained such a level-headed and humble man. It doesn't matter whether you're a white belt or a black belt or an instructor or whatever, you're treated exactly the same, and that's with huge amounts of respect. The love and care and support he gives everyone he meets in his life, and it's a really great attribute.
His welcome to his club was just outstanding to me. It's just, you don't get that, and from my point of view, that goes a long way. And for that, my kids, my family, have the utmost respect for him. Lovely person, always nice, always polite, always smiling. And for that in a person, honestly, you don't get that many people around. Happy birthday, happy 50th birthday. Hope you enjoy it. Awesome bloke, mate, and enjoy, mate.
Happy birthday, Pete. You don't look at 60, but, neither do I.
Happy birthday, Peter. Cheers.
Happy birthday, Pete. Thank you for all the years of training us and being there for us. Taekwondo has been absolutely amazing. Wouldn't be able to do it without you.
I hear that it's your birthday and a big one, and I wish you all the best and happy birthday.
Wish you a happy 50th birthday, Pete. I hope that you have a fantastic day.
Yeah, happy 50th birthday, Pete. Hope you have a great day.
As a good wine, Peter, you only get better with age.
Happy birthday, Pete. You've been really awesome, and you've made Taekwondo what it is to us. A family place and someone that we can come to.
Happy birthday, happy 50th. 22 years now I've known you, and it's been awesome, mate. Look forward to continuing it.
Happy birthday to Peter. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Peter. Sorry I didn't keep up with Taekwondo. You're the only reason I did it in the first place.
Happy birthday, Pete. Congratulations on making it to the big 50. And to that I say, great success! High five!
It's just happy birthday, Pete. It's a big one, and thank you for everything. I hope you have a lovely day.
From both of us, thank you for all that you are and all that you've been to us and our family. Happy 50th, Papa Smurf.
Happy 50th, Peter.
Happy birthday, Pete. Happy 50th. I can't believe you're 50. Well, I can, I guess, but it's kind of scary. The older you get, the older I get, but you're only old in numbers and not in mind and not in spirit, and kick ass. Happy birthday.
It's a bugger when you have to admit that you're getting old, fella, especially when you get to the big 5-0. But all I can say is I hope it's everything that you expect, and I hope that we get to see a lot more of them in years to come.
Happy birthday, Peter. It's a big birthday, 50. So I hope I am here for many, many more, because like I said, you are a really, really inspirational person to me, and I really hope you have a great 50th birthday party. It only seems like 10 years ago you were turning 40.
Happy birthday, Peter. Thank you for everything you've done, and I hope you have a great day.